What are the reasons to be bullish on Cardano? If you've been following Cardano, there are so many fundamental reasons to be bullish on this blockchain, on its development and on its growth, even on its ecosystem. But why not actually see the fundamental reasons in this quarter that justify actually being bullish on Cardano and the blockchain as a whole? As I think they are very valuable to evaluate the potential of Cardano and if Cardano is actually growing and developing every quarter. I think it can be an extremely great indicator of progress, but also of pace of the development of the blockchain. So in this video, we'll basically check some of the most important fundamental developments on Cardano in this first quarter. These developments were the ones mentioned in the Messari Report State of Cardano, the report for the first quarter of 2023. So stay tuned. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice, only educational content. And besides this great fundamental analysis of Cardano that you can see here, Messari Report also has a very interesting and valuable part of the report with metrics focusing on the Cardano blockchain, the ecosystem, sidechains, and even like the NFT marketplace, for example, and the market for NFTs and the NFT community. So yeah, it's a very long report as you can imagine, but I've done a video diving deeper into the most relevant and important metrics before this video that I'm launching here, and also understanding what these metrics means for the Cardano blockchain and for its future. A video that is very informative about the development of Cardano as we compare it with other quarters and even with other blockchains, but also a great indicator of the potential of the blockchain and of its ecosystem. And this video will be here at the top for you to watch whenever you finish watching this one, as it's very important. And these two videos will give you a complete analysis from this Messari report and will help you understand the most important topics that are discussed here, both in terms of metrics with the first video and fundamentals with this video. So yeah, the focus here, it's on the fundamental part of Cardano and the fundamental developments, a more qualitative analysis, as it says here in the report, in the Messari's report. And Messari starts by analyzing Cardano community, that it's increasingly larger, increasingly more participative in terms of building and improving the blockchain and even voicing their own opinion, as well as in the process of onboarding new members and providing the education and for the Cardano community. In fact, that's something we try to do as well in this channel, try to provide education about Cardano and decentralized blockchains overall. And if that's something that you're interested on, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you actually get the notifications whenever the video comes out. In terms of the development and education of this community, Messari highlighted the creation of the IOG Academy, which provides open courses and technical guides to the development in Marlow, Haskell, and Plu-ts. I might do a video on IOG Academy, so if that's something you'd like to watch, please leave a like so that I know that you're interested in that kind of content. This part of the report also mentions Cardano Foundation and Emergo courses for developers and people want to build in Cardano, and other community-run projects for education and developer tools such as Gimbal Labs and Genius Academy. In addition, there is the promotion and facilitation of working groups by IOG to support developers, builders, and also to make sure that Cardano keeps on growing, keeps on developing, with the input and actually the work of the community and the participants of these groups. Messari also highlights, as we can see here, the multi-chain approach of Cardano, starting with Milkomeda, that is a sidechain that is increasing the adoption and the utility of Cardano, not only by adding an array of projects, but also by promoting incubators, hackathons, and developing interesting use cases such as, for example, gaming development, with projects that are building on Milkomeda, such as Paima Studios. In addition to actually allow Cardano users in the future, that's something they are working on and developing, to use EVM wrapped smart contracts directly from the Cardano wallet, which is a very exciting development. Milkomeda is also becoming multi-chain and might be a great way to connect Cardano to different chains that they are developing on, such as Algorand and Solana. In terms of side chains, we also have the development of Midnight. That is a data protection focused side chain that will allow users to actually have a higher level of privacy. Iran Barak just recently joined as the CEO of Midnight in this quarter. Midnight will leverage zero knowledge cryptography to actually enable selective data disclosure and will be powered by its own token that is Dust. So basically, Midnight gives you the power to decide which information you want to disclose and which information you want to keep private, which is very good. It empowers users while still allowing them to comply with regulations. Still on sidechains, IoG also launched a toolkit to make it easier to build custom sidechains for Cardano and showcase alongside a proof of concept with their own EVM testnet sidechain built with the Toolkit, and that will be validated by any participating Cardano SPOs, which will be incentivized with additional rewards offered by the sidechains own tokenomics model. This is certainly great for stake pool operators and delegators, as it is basically a shared security model where Cardano sidechains benefit from the security and decentralization of Cardano as the main chain. The sidechains on their side can focus in other things and other characteristics, like for example, scalability. We also had World Mobile announcing plans to partner with IOG and to build its own Cardano sidechain using the Cosmos SDK and interacting with the entire Cosmos app. So another layer of interoperability that can be pretty interesting. And also in this quarter, we had the launch of OneChain, a bridge on the testnet. OneChain is a layer 1 POS EVM blockchain and a decentralized blockchain interoperability solution. It has been working to connect Cardano to blockchains such as Ethereum, Polkadot, and Bitcoin. However, besides these sidechain developments, we also have layer 2s and scaling solutions. There are, for example, Hydra. Hydra is a family of scaling solutions with the first solution already available on mainnet since this quarter, that is the Hydra ad. And the Hydra ad allows users to basically open an off-chain mini ledger working between a small group of participants that allows for lightning fast transactions. And it just registers the final results from these transactions on the blockchain whenever users decide to actually close the Hydra ad. It's pretty similar to how the Lightning Network works in Bitcoin. Even though the Hydra ad is already available on mainnet, there is just one ad that was opened on March 2023, and it's still almost in a public beta kind of situation and still needs a lot of development and smoothing out the rough edges in this product. Then in terms of light clients, we have Mithril, that is a stake-based multi-signature schemes. It basically offers a lightweight and efficient experience because users with Mithril won't need to access the full state of the blockchain, and they can still interact directly with the blockchain with a similar level of trust as if they were accessing the full state and running a full node. This is done through the use of snapshots of the blockchain. And this is very positive because with this technology, you stop requiring a third party to retrieve the chain state, and you have a decentralized manner and much more efficient manner to actually get it. The goal for Mithril is to deploy a beta on mainnet this year. During this first quarter, there was also the release of dynamic peer-to-peer networks that enables SPOs to automatically connect to each other, removing the need for manual configuration of this connection with other stake pools. This dynamic peer-to-peer will make blockchain more performant and resilient by creating more efficient connections regardless of who are the stake pools and the stake pool operators. In terms of development, it's also important to notice that thanks to the CIP49 and the Valentine intra-era art fork CECP upgrade, Plu-ts core now supports more cryptographic primitives such as the one that are used by Ethereum and many other networks in the cryptocurrency space. And these updates basically enable Plu-ts to natively verify signatures generated in EVM compatible chains or in EVM chains, which is a huge step for interoperability with different chains. As if that was not enough developments, it's also incredibly exciting to see the developments that are happening on Cardano in terms of programming languages. Besides having EVM languages accessible to Cardano ecosystem via Milkomeda, and their plans to allow for Cardano users to interact with EVM compatible smart contracts directly from any Cardano wallet, Cardano developers, and this is very important, are just random developers from the community, not IOG or any of the founding entities, just people that came into Cardano, learned about Cardano, and are passionate about it and trying to make an impact, are actually developing and building developer tooling and support for many languages. For example, we have here Option that allows to write smart contracts using Python. We also have Plu-ts, that is a TypeScript smart contract language that has recently launched its version 0.2.1. We have Aiken, that is a much simpler Cardano smart contract language and toolchain. We have Ilias, for example, that is a domain-specific language written in JavaScript and in TypeScript that compiles to Plu-ts core. And then we also have Marlow, that is another domain-specific language that is developed by IOG to write and execute financial smart contracts above all. And it's a language that is supposed to be very easy to use, almost like an easy drag and drop of code and templates. Considering that Python, TypeScript, and even JavaScript are some of the most popular programming languages, and also EVM languages are some of the most used languages by Web3 developers, this opened the door to a huge amount of new developers to come to Cardano and to build. Then it's important to take a look at the Cardano ecosystem, and in this area it's certainly interesting to notice that the Cardano DeFi total value locked nearly tripled quarter on quarter in the middle of a bear market, and it's a rate of growth that has not been seen in this period by any of its competitors. And it's also very enlightening to acknowledge that right now the biggest barrier to entry for new developers is not so much the language, because we have a lot of solutions being developed, but is the understanding of the UTXO accounting model that most Web3 developers and even developers as a whole are not that familiar with, as it is more common for blockchains to use the account-based model. But in my opinion, that's something that can be easily overcome with courses such as the one we mentioned in these analyses. In fact, Emergo, for example, has several courses that teach how does the Cardano blockchain works and the UTXO model. And after those courses, I think you get a pretty good understanding. And the best part is that there are a lot of advantages in terms of using this unique EUTXO model, as it will allow for several different innovations, especially in terms of finance and DeFi. It will allow for different technologies and protocols to be built once developers actually get comfortable and master this EUTXO model and this different way of thinking, and realize the potential and the differences that this model has when compared to the account model, for example. Looking at this report, and not only the fundamental side, but also the metrics, I do believe that Cardano seems to have a really interesting and bright future ahead. The metrics have shown some significant increase in DeFi adoption, both in terms of transactions and total value locked. And we've also seen a lot of projects launching. In terms of the Cardano blockchain, there are several developments that we have approached here with the launch of sidechains, new projects, but also with technological improvements that will allow for the increase of interoperability and even make the process of developing on Cardano much easier. We have also seen a lot of work from the community developing toolkits, open source technology, and several programming languages and infrastructure that will make the whole process of the development much easier. And in addition to all of that, we have improvements in scalability with the development of Hydra and the launch of Hydra ads on the mainnet, and also how it's easier and less resource intensive to connect to the blockchain with solutions such as Mithril that are currently being developed and hope to be launched this year. And if that was not enough, we have potential that comes from all the new products that can be developed using this UTXO model. And there are plenty of features that are different. And for example, just recently, Finance launched a non-custodial yield farming feature based on the Cardano UTXO model. And if you want to learn more about it, you can check this video above where I mentioned that feature and also talk a little bit more about Finance and some of the great things they have going on for them, such as their tokenomics that are really surprising and interesting. So yeah, in my opinion, this increasing adoption of the Cardano ecosystem and of DeFi, combined with all the bullish fundamentals that should create even more development and adoption in the future, Cardano does seem to be a blockchain moving in the right direction and just becoming more relevant as time goes by. And in fact, if you'd like to see an example where Cardano's technology is superior to other blockchains, why not, for example, take a look and research Cardano's consensus and staking mechanism that is truly unique. In fact, in this video that I'll leave here in this end screen, we compare Cardano's staking model with the Ethereum staking model, and it's certainly interesting to realize the significant differences between these two models. And in my opinion, this should be the video you watch next. And on my side, I'll see you there.